Welcome to the Tomb Easter Egg Guide. I'll be giving you some tips and tricks on Easter egg to help you get through a little easier. And if you like what you see here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It helps the channel go a long way. So let's get into this. Step 1, you want to work your way towards the back here, towards this orange marker. Pressing interact will open up a beam that opens the doorway to the crazy place, giving you all these shortcuts around the map. At this point, you want to teleport to the crazy place and then come back. This will give you the purple lanterns on both sides of the map, so you essentially want to work on opening it up. You can put the purple lantern in place, but you won't be able to see the glyphs until you have the monocle, so you have to at least wait till round 8 to kill that mimic. And then once you get the monocle, you should be able to see the glyphs. So once again, the mimic won't spawn until round 8, so you'll see him. He'll be a shock mimic. You shoot him. And bam, make sure you pick this up. So once you have the monocle, you will be able to see the glyphs. The next step, you will need to shoot the etheric lanterns around the map one at a time to guide it to either the tombs or the neotheric catacombs in order to reveal the symbols similar to the Roman numerals in those two rooms. One room is the death perception room, and the other one, it has a crafting bench here, so you'll see them light up as they're starting to light up. Now you want to shoot them in order. It's Roman numerals, but it's a little bit weird just because the way they have them written. So essentially just follow the chart on hand, or if you know Roman numerals, then congrats. So it's just a little different, but there you go. So you just follow the order, shoot them in. If you mess up, you can essentially just pick up from where you left off. Alright, so once you have hit the entire order, it will then become a lockdown where you just follow a purple orb around the room. It's going to lock you in. There is an ammo crate over, I think it's next to Deadshot. So you will be able to buy ammo, but you do kind of want to be a little set up for this because it will spawn a couple boss zombies. Luckily, they're not the really spongy ones. And once that's done, you will get a piece of the ice staff. I think the rounds will progress, so you want to shoot the glowing purple zombies. That's the only thing that really matters to end the phase. You can kind of just round up and group up the rest of the zombies, but once you do that, you'll get the effect to go off and pick up your ice staff piece. Then you have to go on to the other side. Now you're going to just go to the opposite side of whatever side you did first. You can do either one. You're going to go look for the purple flame again. You're going to wait for it to come over to the glyph over here in the death perception room. So once you see the torch right there, you'll see the glyph. You just shoot it in the same order. Now just to show what happens when it is wrong, if you shoot the wrong one, you'll see it flash red. And then you just want to wait for it to go back to normal. As long as you don't shoot the flame out of the room, you should be good. And then you just go back to doing your order. Now, upon finishing, it'll flash the room again, and you'll just do the same purple lockdown, except for you'll be trapped in this room this time. And you just want to finish this up to get your next ice staff piece. Now, once you finish this, you'll pick up your final ice staff piece and your max ammo. Now you want to take it to the crazy place in the middle of the mound, and you want to press interact on it. So it's going to be kind of like a lockdown effect where you just kind of have to defend it. You can essentially group up the zombies that are in your way, but you want to keep the zombies off of it. So make sure you press interact. You'll see a nice lovely bar pop up in a second. Now if the bar goes down, you just have to reset, which you can get locked out of it and have to do it the next round. But like I said, you can just group up the zombies, maybe have some decoys, ether shot, but you just want to keep the purple ones off it for the most part. Now once done, the ice staff will be available to be picked up in the middle. You'll have the glowing effect go off. You'll just see it here. Make sure you trade out whatever gun you want. Now this next step can be a little bit annoying, but you want to make sure you line them up. You want to shoot these purple lanterns. You have to do it within a 10-second period. So PhD slider is a must. Stamina up is a must. You want to just be going as quick as you can. You'll know you got it correct because as soon as you hit the third one, you'll get some dialogue there from Archibald. And then you're on to the next step. So if you mess up, you just want to shoot the lanterns until you can get 3 in like a straightaway path. That way you can at least get them in a 10-second increment. It's just a rapid succession. Alright, now you're going to want to teleport to the crazy place. You're going to want to look up in the sky for any purple glows on some rocks, and you want to shoot them with the ice staff. It will lower them. There is 3 of them in total, so once you hit the 3rd one, you'll get a quote from Archibald, and then you want to look at them the best you can because there will be a symbol on them. So you want to memorize the symbol of all 3 rocks. It doesn't matter what order, and once you have done that, you'll want to also look around the crazy place. One of the doors will be closed. So then what you need to do is you run out of any of the other 3 doors, and you want to go to the side where the door is closed. You then want to input the 3 symbols from your purple rocks, and you want to shoot it with the ice staff. If you get it wrong, you'll just fall, and it kind of won't make any sense. If you get it correct, you will fall onto a platform and activate a purple orb. So I'll just let it play out so you can see. Alright, so now I'm looking. You see that that is our closed door. Now upon running over to that side, you'll see all these purple symbols. So just shoot the ones that you had, because they do randomize. It will accept it if it is wrong, and then you'll just have to go through and redo it again. But you want to just wait for this to open up, take the teleporter, and then once done correct, it will drop you off. You want to activate this purple orb. As long as you land on this platform, you know you're good. So you want to follow this orb around. You want to stay close to it as possible. If you get away from it for a second, you have a possibility of failing. And then you have to do the symbol step all over again. It is going to spawn bosses. I suggest maybe just throwing like decoys, gershes, or I guess Casimirs as people say, but essentially just anything to kill the zombies. I would try to avoid the boss zombies if you can. If you're able to kill them, that's good. Like, you got a mangler injection, go for it. You want to just make sure you're killing the zombies to get the soul in, stay close to the orb, and it's going to work its way towards the center, which will give you your upgraded ice staff. Now, if you've been able to keep up with your orb, you can see that I took a mangler injection just to deal with the bosses. It is probably the easiest way, but it's not needed. So once you see it flash and go into the center, you can run up to it with your ice staff, because you do need to have the ice staff. You want to press interact on it, which will do like this charge effect, and then it'll give you the Yule's arrow. Now with the upgraded ice staff, it'll tell you the controls here for whatever you're on. You want to switch over to the bigger shot. You want to look for the vermin statue here, and you want to shoot it. It has a blue crystal in front of it. So I'm just going to try to group the zombies up here. We're going to shoot the blue crystal. Then you want to run up and press interact on it. So then afterwards, you'll see that has like a glowing fire to it. You want to go to spawn, which you'll see there's another vermin statue that now has a glowing purple light out of it. Also, I don't know why I took this teleporter, but the blue teleporter is for spawn. Now, arriving in spawn, you'll see the glowing pedestal. You want to just press interact. It'll give you a lockdown effect where you need to just kill all the enemy type of the statue, and it will also spawn a bunch of them. But they're essentially just a soul box, so just hold out, defending it. Now once it's done, it's going to do a glowing white flash. The pedestal will now be interactable. Once you do it, you'll have this energy bar. So essentially, if you get hit, it will detract from the bar. The portal of this area is closed, so you want to go to any of the other 3 crazy place portals. It will spawn zombies in the doorways, so I recommend PhD slider just so you can kind of slide into them and get them out of your way. Also, if you end up messing up, all you have to do is just interact and do it again, but it just kind of easier this way. That, or just shoot some ice blast or something to stop the zombies in the meantime. So you want to run back in here, interact with the statue. This will despawn all the zombies for a second. You can watch the statue here, shoot the crystal in the middle, and then you're on to the next one. Now we're on a rinse and repeat, so we're going to go around the area. You're going to see another statue. You're going to shoot it with the vigor shot. It'll start glowing again. You're now going to go through the portal, so we're going to go over here to the yellow one, and I think it's Stamina Up is the perk right here. So we'll have another interactable. This one's kind of like the Beam Smasher, where you had to take the orbs and kill within the vicinity. So when you activate it, it will spawn a bunch of flies. You want to use the ice staff or anything to try to kill them as close as possible to it, and you're picking up the orbs and just placing them in the statue until it's done. So if you mess up, obviously you got to do it again, but the one thing I can recommend is just keep doing the upgraded ice staff. That way you can just grab the orbs, have a little bit of cover as you're doing it, because they can kind of overwhelm you if you let the flies just kind of run rampant for a second. When you place your last orb, you'll just kind of get like a screen flash white effect. Now you'll have the same energy bar, and the same thing will apply, so it'll close the portal to this area. You want to try to run through. If you're quick enough, you can make it before the zombies spawn. I could just jumped over them right there. And then you want to just run back to the same statue in the crazy place and interact with it, giving you the same effect as the first one. And then we're just going to rinse and repeat this with all 4 enemy types. Essentially, it's like you're just circling around the statue, so we're going to go straight ahead. You'll see this Doppelgas statue. You want to shoot it with your Vigor Shot. Activate it. And now you're going to go through the green portal. Now, upon activating the statue, you'll just get some Doppelgas spawn. You want to just try to kill them as quick as possible. I like to do a charged ice shot. And then that way you have some cover. You want to avoid these lasers too that spawn, because you're locked down in this room. They're not too bad or too annoying and can easily be jumped over. So charge shots are really good for getting rid of the Doppelgas. Just shooting it, just whatever you can to do it as quick as possible. Now once done correctly, you'll get the white flash again. You'll want to interact with the statue. You'll get the energy bar. This portal will be closed. You want to just try to rush back to the crazy place and interact with the statue. So you only get 3 shots in the Vigor for the healing on the staff, so you do want to get a max ammo. You can either buy it, wait for a vermin round, or just do whatever. Now, once you got some ammo, you want to go to the right of the Doppelgas statue. You're going to shoot this Amalgam statue with the Vigor Shot. Interact with it. We're going to exit through the red portal in the back. You just want to keep going straight. You'll see the Amalgam statue giving off a purple glow like the rest of the statues did. And when you activate this one, it locks you in an area, and it's just a red Amalgam. He's not too spongy, so Ether Shroud or shooting him with a gun kind of works. Essentially, he does have like this little extra effect where, like, if you damage him too quickly, the zombies will become like a shield and you have to kill the zombies first, but they're not really spongy, so I wouldn't worry about it. And as always, Deadwire going crazy on the damage, so you see I just killed the zombies. Gonna finish him off there. We get the glow. And then you want to just run over to the statue and interact with it and get the energy. At this point of interacting with the last statue, this is your warning to get ready for the boss fight. Anything else you want to do or finish up or upgrade, now is the times, because the next thing you will do will be your final lockdown. So you'll see all 4 of these symbols shoot into the sky. You're going to get a little bit of dialogue. You're going to run to the back here where you see the laser beam shooting. You want to interact with it, which will form the bridge, and you can go across it. So if you do, I did some testing, so if you do save at this point and you see that it doesn't let you interact with it, the bridge is invisible and you can just walk across it. So just keep that in mind in case you do save and quit or come back or you have that problem. Just give a chance and see if you can walk through the wall. It does work as long as you've done all the steps. Now, recommendations. I say getting gold armor is a good plus, so you'll get that by punching this head here next to Jug. You're going to run over to the green orb side. It's a little bit easier to see when you're not on a vermin round, but you just want to look at these bushes here. You'll find another box sitting right there. You want to push it. Once you pick it up, you take both these heads to spawn, and you want to interact with both the statues. This will give you the option to do a blood sacrifice, and you have to do it on both statues. It is a very intense, crazy lockdown. I highly recommend Idolize if you want to use it to be safe. You want to make sure you have armor. You want to make sure you have money. I also say upgraded ice staff, so once we place that, you will see the head appear on the statue. We're going to just keep avoiding these vermin. I essentially think of it like an extension. So but the extra durable plates, the gun, whatever blue one that is, I also recommend. As long as you have money for plates, you should be fine, and you know where they are. So you want to go up to the statue, it'll place the last head, you'll see it there, and then it'll give you the option to say blood sacrifice. So I'm gonna go up to this. You want to make sure you have your max armor, by the way. You can't use mutant injections, you can't use turrets. I suggest putting a turret up beforehand, and if at the same time interacting, you can press the mutant injection and get away with doing it, but it doesn't do much damage. You can also do chopper gunners. In co-op games, you can stand on the side as long as one person's still in, so it doesn't deactivate, and then you can easily get in a chopper gunner that way. I assume you could do the same thing for the way I'm talking about the mutant injection, like as soon as the step pops, but they're so spongy that essentially you just want to keep moving. Like, nothing else matters but keep moving. So I do this with just the upgraded ice staff. So just run and just keep running and just keep shooting a blast out, and then as long as you get some space, there's a big stretch towards the spawn area, like I guess right here as we're running around. So since you're kind of blind on everything, it just makes it a little bit rough. So this LMG does work, but I think higher damage would be better. So this is a good strip for you to just be able to run in the back, put ammo. It's a very tough step, but as long as you keep moving, and then anytime you get low, you just go and buy plates at the bottom. That's why you need money. Just keep circling. It doesn't matter. Another thing you can do is get impact grenades and make crawlers. I did that for one, it seemed to work out, and then you just kind of try to time where you're shooting your ice staffs, that way you can avoid the crawlers and just keep the bosses, essentially. It is a very rough step, but it is doable, and it's very, very rewarding. Something we should have gotten immediately on everything, even if it cost a bunch. Like, this would have... all the armor problems go away, essentially. I mean, you can still get bopped, but the region's really nice. You will know it's correct because you'll see the statue that you activated, like, gushing all this blood. If not, you'll just have to restart the blood sacrifice because you do have to stay in the area. So now we're going to run down here. We're going to activate this one. This one's going to be Mimics because the first one is Doppelgas. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't change between the two. So you just want to rinse and repeat the same thing. So again, if you got the money for it, do a sentry gun, set it up. Maybe, go for that mutant injection or chopper gunner right then. Chopper gunner does seem like it's more effective, but it just seems overly spongy. So again, my best thing to say is to just take the ice staff, keep running the best you can. Anytime you clear some distance, turn around and just shoot a little bit with it. And then once you are done, you will get this. Once both statues are gushing the blood, you'll then see a light beam shoot out of it. It'll shoot into each statue, connecting them. Then it's going to shoot behind them into these golden oxes. And then right there on the wall, it's going to give you, for 0 points, the golden armor from MWZ Zombies. And essentially it regens. So it's kind of like Quick Revive armor. And again, I don't know why it wasn't there from the get. Definitely should be there on every map. Now once you are ready, you're going to come back to this final area. It'll give you the option to interact. You'll get a white flash despawning all the zombies for a moment. They will come back quickly, so don't worry. I do recommend Ether Shroud, shotgun, snipers, ray gun, anything with high damage, and a quick reload. So you're going to sit here or anywhere else. I would stay on the bottom floor. There's a ammo crate up top. but you want to just charge the ice staff. You want to keep an eye on the Sin artifact as you see it rotating. You'll see it has the red beam. You're just going to chill out. We're just killing zombies, and we're waiting for it to start glowing purple. So once it starts glowing purple, you want to make sure you damage it as quick as possible because the window is very small. If you do not damage it all the way and break it, you will have to repeat the step, and it's essentially like you did nothing. So this can become tedious later. As long as you're doing the damage and you break it, you move on, and you know you'll do it correct because you get a max ammo for each phase. So once it starts glowing purple, you're going to want to run up, or Ether Shroud or Casimir. You want to make sure you do as much damage, make sure you see those numbers. Once it explodes like that, get out of the way. You'll now have 2 Sentinel artifacts, so there'll be 2 laser beams spinning around. You do want to make sure you get this max ammo here, because it'll spawn, and you want to get it before they start shooting the laser beams. They will stun you, they will slow you down, and they will kill you because they hurt really, really badly. So now, we're just going to rinse and repeat. We're doing the same thing. You want to be out of the way, but close enough to where you can get up and do the damage quick. Do not be afraid to pop those Ether Shrouds because you will be able to earn them back easily. If you're able to damage both of them at the same time, that's cool. So this is what I meant by if you have high enough damage. If you have the LMG, you cannot do this. You just can't reload quick enough. Maybe with like a fast mag, but I wasn't having any luck. So I was able to do 2 damage phases there instead of 1. So I'll get 1 max ammo, and then as I run back, I'll get another max ammo. You can essentially use this to your benefit to kind of also speed up the boss fight a little bit, because it can take quite a bit. I think I was in here for 40 minutes on one run. So now we're up to 3. We're just going to keep recycling the same thing up to 4. And then once we get the bar to about halfway, we'll start phase 2. There are 4 statues up top that the Sin artifact shoots towards. So I like to look for the one that has the amalgam. And this way it prevents me from getting an amalgam in case I mess up the step or things like that, because once you bust one, the other 3 become immune and it spawns the other statues' bosses. So now you're just gonna want to circle around, kill all these bad boys up. Once the bar gets to about halfway and you've shot in 4 of the Sentinel artifacts, you'll then start to get zombies that look like they have Sentinel artifacts. So I just ran past one. You want to kill this glowing red zombie, but the thing you need to keep an eye on is his health. So since I have other things chasing me, I don't want to stop to just like put all my damage into him because then I'll get killed. So once he's killed, he drops the Sentinel artifact. You want to make sure you either have an Ether Shroud or a Casimir. You want to make sure you're damaging it because this window is small and you don't want to miss it. It goes from zombies to a doppelgast to mimic to amalgam, and they are rough. The doppelgast has a spike attack that slows you down. The Sentinel artifact spinning is now starting to have bigger range, which if it hits you will slow you down. It essentially becomes an instant kill at that point to have the bosses on you, so you need to just keep your distance. PhD slider, I recommend, like I did just there, waiting for the Sin artifact to fly up top to get the max ammo. Don't rush in because you will get messed up by that. Essentially just keep running. I know it sucks. They are very, 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 very spongy, but just like the golden armor, if you watch that part of the Easter egg guide, you want to just keep circling the best you can because he is going to be on you. And then if you can get a little bit of range, shoot into him. Shoot the ice staff, just keep circling around. It doesn't matter, you're not timed, you just don't want to die. So we're just going to keep doing that. You're going to go through the doppelgast, you'll kill the Sentinel artifact. You want to go through the mimic, you'll kill the Sentinel artifact, and then you want to kill the amalgam. And then kill the Sentinel artifact. The amalgam can be rough, so I suggest a mutant injector. You can be lucky to get it from other amalgams that spawn. I've got other self-revives in here before, things like that. So it just a little bit of luck of the draw. Most likely, because you're not killing them fast enough, the Sin artifacts are going to keep turning purple in the middle here, so you can see it going on right now. Each time this happens, this is extra bosses spawning in. We're getting amalgams, we're getting pretty much every one of the 4 statues. So you want to just keep going. The best thing, in my opinion, to do is just to keep running around, keep an eye on the health of the red Sin artifact. Once you see that it's low, make sure you got an ether shroud or something. Make sure you can run up and hit that damage phase. These things take so long to kill. You do not want to get a mimic or a doppelgast or an amalgam to like a sliver and then you miss the damage phase and have to redo all that. It will add a lot of time. Once you get the amalgam low and you're ready to kill him, just be aware that all the zombies aren't going to despawn. And if you weren't quick enough, then you can have like a good couple of amalgams like I do here. Because I think I had 2 or 3 amalgams. So essentially, once you break it this one last time, you want to be prepared to run up top. You're just going to keep trying to kill as many as you can for the most part. So all these zombies are not going anywhere. So you get them out of the way the best you can. Make sure you grab this max. This final phase will kill you if you don't do it correctly. So that's why it kind of sucks. So if you have a mutant injection, anything to get them out of the way, or just ether shroud it, which is essentially what I do. You want to just shoot this middle beam and just keep shooting it until all the bars away. So now after the white flash, you'll just get some dialogue. You'll wait for the Sentinel artifact to drop down. You want to just press interact on it when it does. And congratulations, you have beat the Tune Easter egg. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully this served. Like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. Peace.